Are humans really descendants of aliens? This is exactly the question thousands of people search on YouTube every month. Maybe you clicked on this video for the very same reason. But why are so many people obsessed with this question? The reason is simple. Everyone wants to know where we came from. Are we truly the only intelligent beings in the universe? Or could our genetic roots reach far beyond Earth? But let me ask you something even more important. If aliens truly had a role in our origin, why has no clear genetic trace ever been found in human DNA? This is one of the most repeated questions online, and almost always left unanswered. If you still don't know the answer, this video is definitely for you. In this video, we're going to explore 3 major narratives about this great mystery. The panspermia theory, life seeds arriving from space, the controversial Anunnaki and genetic manipulation theory, and finally, the actual scientific findings about human DNA. So if you really want to discover where humans might have come from, stay with me until the end, because you're about to hear things that will truly shock you. Many videos about aliens only recycle rumors and wild stories. But here, I want to take you further than that. In this video, we're going to answer several key questions that viewers ask over and over again. Does our DNA show any signs of an extraterrestrial origin? Why do some researchers believe humans were engineered by intelligent beings from space? And why do certain pieces of history seem tied to alien encounters? Now, here's the big hook. Scientists themselves have wrestled with a strange question. How did human DNA evolve so quickly? Some say our genetic leaps couldn't have been entirely natural. This question has puzzled not only curious viewers, but even leading researchers. That's when all the theories emerge. Some suggest life itself didn't start here. It was seeded from elsewhere in the cosmos. Others believe aliens landed on Earth thousands of years ago and altered the DNA of early life forms, shaping us into who we are today. But before we dive into myths and legends, let's answer one of the most common unanswered questions right away. This way, you'll see just how serious this video is about uncovering the truth. One of the most famous cases once hailed as proof of aliens was the tiny skeleton found in Chile's Atacama Desert. A strange being only 6 inches tall with an abnormally shaped skull. Many people insisted, this can't be human. It must be alien. But scientists wanted facts, not headlines. A team at Stanford University and UCSF sequenced the skeleton's DNA. The result shocked many believers. The Atacama skeleton was not extraterrestrial at all. It was a human female. With multiple genetic mutations, its ancestry traced to a mix of Chilean natives and Europeans. This discovery revealed something important. What looks like alien evidence can sometimes be explained by science. Yet ironically, it left an even bigger question. If this wasn't alien, then where does humanity itself really come from? And before we move on, let me ask you, do you think scientists truly know everything about human DNA? Or are there still secrets they haven't uncovered? One of the most serious hypotheses even mainstream scientists discuss is called panspermia. It suggests life on Earth began from microscopic particles or organic molecules that came from outer space. Meteorites, comets, even cosmic dust could have delivered the seeds of life. Here's what's fascinating. Francis Crick, one of the scientists who discovered the structure of DNA, supported this idea. He and his colleague Orgel even speculated that maybe those seeds were deliberately sent here by an advanced civilization, what's known as directed panspermia. So far, there's no solid proof for that. Still, the discovery of complex organic molecules on meteorites and asteroids shows that the building blocks of life are common in space. That means maybe, just maybe, we really are children of the stars. Now let's look at one of the most controversial narratives, the Anunnaki theory. Based on certain interpretations of ancient Sumerian texts, some authors, most famously Zecharia Sitchin, claim that thousands of years ago, beings called the Anunnaki came to Earth from a planet named Nibiru. Their mission? To mine gold for their atmosphere. But to accomplish this, they supposedly needed a workforce. According to this theory, the Anunnaki genetically altered primitive beings on Earth, and that's how modern humans were created. This idea has gained millions of believers because it seems to answer several questions. Why did advanced civilizations suddenly appear? Why do ancient texts describe gods descending from the skies? Why do so many cultures share similar myths? Critics argue this theory misinterprets Sumerian language and history, and they point out there's zero genetic evidence to back it up. Yet, despite the lack of proof, the Anunnaki story continues to capture imaginations worldwide. What do you think? Did ancient civilizations truly witness beings from the stars? Or are these simply myths passed down as legends? Let's return to science. Human DNA has now been fully sequenced, and according to scientists, there's no clear evidence of extraterrestrial fingerprints in our genome. But that doesn't mean the story of human evolution is simple. One of the greatest mysteries is how quickly our species advanced. Why did the human brain expand so rapidly? Why are we so drastically different from our closest relatives in the animal kingdom? These are questions still without definitive answers. Some researchers argue natural evolution explains it. Others suspect something unusual might have occurred. There are even independent claims that the Rh-negative blood group could point to non-human origins. But so far, no strong scientific evidence supports such claims. Now, let me ask you, if scientists ever did find alien traces in our DNA, do you believe they'd openly share it or keep it hidden? Let's go over some key questions that remain unresolved. Why do nearly all ancient civilizations have stories of gods from the sky? Why do certain carvings and petroglyphs show beings that look nothing like humans? And why do human genetic leaps appear so extraordinary compared to other species? These questions fuel the belief that we might be part of a bigger plan. Even if there's no conclusive scientific proof, curiosity itself keeps the debate alive. At the end of the day, the mystery of humanity isn't just written in our DNA. It's also woven into our myths, our need for meaning, and our drive to seek answers. Perhaps that's why the idea of humans as children of aliens remains so popular. It combines science with wonder. So let me ask you again, if tomorrow undeniable evidence proved we had alien origins, how would you react? With fear? With excitement? Or maybe with a sense of peace? So let's wrap up. In this video, we explored three main narratives. 1. The panspermia theory, the possibility that life seeds came from space. 2. The Anunnaki theory, claims of genetic engineering by alien beings. 3. The scientific view of human DNA, what we know and the mysteries we still don't. The truth is, to this day, no solid evidence confirms that humans are descendants of aliens. But the unanswered questions remain. And maybe that's what keeps us searching. What keeps us fascinated by the unknown. If you found this intriguing, I suggest watching my earlier video, Who Erased These Ancient Civilizations? There, I dive into the mysterious disappearance of ancient societies, something many still connect to alien influence. Remember, we're only at the beginning of the journey to discover who we really are. Maybe one day, new evidence will surface that changes everything. Until then, all we have are the questions.